When you feel like you're no longer attracted to your partner, it's very scary. But I want to remind you, if you're going through this, that this is a pretty typical feeling, and it happens up and down, like it's in waves in most normal, healthy relationships, especially if those relationships are long-term. When a couple is having increased stress, maybe the addition of a new family member, even the addition of a dog, of a puppy, taking care of an elderly parent, or any kind of a job upset or anything like that, it can stress you out. And when you're stressed, usually your mind is less on feeling attracted or desire. So it's normal in a sense that it happens up and down. But when you're in a relationship where you no longer feel attracted to them, especially physically attracted, and you feel more like roommates, like you're almost numb toward each other, I want you, instead of thinking about, I have to leave this marriage or whatever, I want you to refocus. For one thing, the two of you should sit down and you should basically get a list, answer these questions, because these are the top 5 reasons many couples lose attraction for their partner. The first, you stop talking to each other. You stop having meaningful communication. You hold on to past hurts or anger. You stop engaging in activities you used to like your playtime is gone. You guys don't play together, you don't laugh, you don't go to places. You're spending less and less time together. You've let yourself go physically, like you're not going to the gym anymore. You're kind of just wearing, scrubs or lounge wear when you come home. You're no longer dressing up or feeling, making yourself feel sexy or good. That's not as important to you. You just don't care. And the last one, you're feeling bored with your life, with yourself. And what happens when you feel that and you're in a relationship, you project that onto your partner. So you may tell yourself your partner's boring or your partner doesn't put effort into it. You better be careful with that, because most of the time when I see these couples in practice, it's not that it's their partner, it's that their partner is on the receiving end of their own boredom, of their significant other's own boredom. And if you don't take ownership of that and change that, then that can lead to a loss of physical attraction. I've got 5 things you can do. Of course, talking to a relationship therapist is always going to be the best. It's going to be the most efficient and the quickest, and it's going to resolve it much clearer. But if you don't have the financial backing, or if time is a commitment too, then what I would suggest is you do this together. Face your fear and confront the issue. You need to start the conversation with your partner. You both need to put your concerns on the table about the way you're feeling toward feeling attracted to your partner. And don't be hurtful, but it's important that you're honest, and that rather than this being their fault, you start looking at this as a problem. This is a problem I'm having, so the relationship is having it. Let's work on the problem, not on fixing each other. Define other forms of attraction. We get very superficial about I'm just not physically attracted. But actually, you have to break that down, because there's many components that make a person more physically attracted. There's spiritual attraction, there's intellectual attraction, there's the way they parent, that attraction. There's the way they basically live their life, there's that attraction. And there's also the attraction of what kind of a companion is this person? Like, does this person take good care of me? When I'm sick, this person is fantastic. I'm very attracted to the way they do that. That's important that it's acknowledged and talked about, because that's going to help minimize the physical part of unattractiveness. Forgive yourself and emotionally connect. Many times when you're feeling unattracted, you say hurtful things to your partner. It's important that you think about those hurtful words, that you forgive yourself for saying them, or you forgive yourself for focusing on such a superficial quality. And then you go back and you try to really emotionally connect with your partner. You don't expect them to change overnight, but you start doing little things that you can actually do together to emotionally connect. And then number 4, You begin enjoying time with scheduled adventures. We know that adventures and novel experiences actually make couples connect tighter, makes them love each other more, it makes them feel closer to each other. So I want you to start doing more adventurous things. Go to new restaurants, try new activities on date nights, go hiking instead of just going to a movie. Do things, plan it and schedule it so you have those novel play experiences together. And then lastly, don't expect your partner to fulfill all the needs in your relationship. It takes a community for you to be stable. Before you were ever in a relationship, you had all kinds of interests and hobbies. You lose sight of those because you're busy or you've got a relationship now and you use that as an excuse to let go of these other things. Get reinvested in those again. That kept you interesting. That made you more attractive to your partner. And not only that, but talking to friends and other people that you meet really helps with supplying those emotional needs, that validation, that interest that you need and are oftentimes expecting your partner to handle all of that. Nobody can. And when you expect it and you don't get it, then many times you lose attraction. Try these things. If these don't help or you're still struggling, then it's important. It's money well spent. Go to therapy and really get on the right track from the beginning with a licensed therapist.